Hey there, and welcome to a new game. This is Chivalry, as you can see, Medieval Warfare. This is a pretty new game. It came out like last week or something, and I was gifted it by a guy named Sting, so thanks Sting. I've been playing this game, and I really enjoy it actually. It's sort of like Mount and Blade, but a little bit more simplistic in its controls, and a bit better in the graphics. So it's kind of a nice sort of balance between the two. The gameplay, of course, is not as complicated as Mount and Blade. The blocking and attack system is a lot more simplified, but I think it works for it because it becomes sort of it becomes more casual than Mount and Blade, because Mount and Blade, of course, has a huge learning curve. Well, it's easy to learn how to play it, but to get really good sort of multiplayer-wise, there's a huge learning curve. Whereas Chivalry is not so big. It's very much a game you can pick up and play, and drop it again, and then come back to later and still be almost as good. So it's good for more casual gamers and for us hardcore guys who like to let loose every now and again and not have to worry too much. So this is a purely multiplayer game, so I'm going to go ahead and join a server. Let's see if it will... Okay, it really annoys me how when I hit scroll lock it puts up that fucking thing. It's meant to be this thing, but it's not. It's like a short version. It's annoying. Anyway, basically if you hit the ping button to sort the list before it finishes populating the list, it will crash most of the time. So yeah, I had to restart and start again. So this is an official FFA server right here. It's got 14 people in it, and that's probably the best server for my ping. So I'm going to go ahead and try and connect to this. There we go. Good, we got in straight away. Okay, so we've got 4 classes we can choose from. We have Archer, Man-at-Arms, Vanguard, and Knight. I've maxed out Vanguard because I've been playing that a lot. I've got some upgrades in Knight, some in Man-at-Arms, and some in Archer. But let's see, what are we going to play? Let's play Vanguard because I have everything unlocked for it. Now, actually, let's go back. Let's do Man-at-Arms so we can sort of show you. No. Okay. Archer then. There we go. Good. Right. So you can see that we have these things all of these would have been locked originally. I've unlocked that bow, and these two would have been locked as well. It's a weapon called a thrusting. Okay. But yeah, all of these would have been locked originally. But I've played on the character, so I've gotten kills, and that's unlocked them. So that's how you unlock things. You get kills with stuff. I'm not going to be an Archer though. I'll play with Vanguard, but because I have all of these swords unlocked, I have the Great Sword, the Claymore, and the Zweihander, which is pretty badass actually. A Spear, Fork, the Brandistock, Bardesh, Billhook, and the Halberd. The Bardesh you'll of course recognise from Mount and Blade, or at least the Mount and Blade playthrough that I did. We also have a Short Sword, a Sabre, and a Cudgel. And sheep has more fight than you, okay. A War Axe, a Hatchet, and a Dane Axe. Now, the Cudgel here is a blunt weapon, so it's actually really good for fighting people who have heavy armour, like Knights or possibly other Vanguards. The more swordy weapons and chopping weapons, like basically these 3 up here and these 3 down here, are much better for lightly armed people like archers and man-at-arms. Although, frankly, you can get kills with all of these weapons on all classes. So really, it's about finding a weapon that you like and sticking with it. I like the Zweihander, so I'm going to use it because it is, of course, not only the hardest to get, but also it's probably the best weapon of the class. And my secondary weapon, I think I'm going to go with the Dane Axe, just because I like it. And we'll have some throwing axes as secondary, which it irritates me because no one would ever have used throwing axes. But yeah, we'll use them anyway, just because they're the most powerful. So, back to spawn, here we are. So this is us in-game right now. We're now sprinting. And basically, there are 3 attack directions. There's a regular attack, which is sort of a horizontal attack. Then there's a vertical attack. And there's a thrusting attack, like so. And you block with 1 button. Oh, he's going to throw at me. I don't think so, thank you. Oh, he just stabbed me. It's all about timing with the block. And apparently I just killed him there. I don't know how I did that, but okay. But yeah, the block, you basically have to hit the block button like that right before they hit you with their thrust or their slice or whatever. So it's all about timing. That guy's actually punching people over there. That's pretty ridiculous. Did he just get killed with that? Wow, he's doing quite well with it too. Oh, ouch. He stabbed me with his mace. That was pretty embarrassing. Let's see if we can do better this time. Oh, there's a guy who's not actually... Right, I killed that guy. And he was comboing. Basically, if you string together a... I actually killed that guy right there. There's me. B, isn't it? No, okay, I can't do that. Here we go. B, so I can get this. That's me right there, and that's that guy that I was just slashing at. So that's pretty badass. He's dying. Yeah, let's do another round of that, because that was really short. And, yeah, so we only got 2 for 1 right there, but that's not too bad. I mean, yeah, it's positive KD. I'm happy. So, there are a whole bunch of things you can do, like this kick right here is block breaking. I'll be a Vanguard again, and I'll take the same loadout, because that lasted like no time at all. It looks like this is the same map every time though, so a little bit irritating. But anyway. Did I get him or not? I think I may have got him. Yep, he's got blood on him, so I definitely got him. Right. I stabbed him to death. Here we go. Killed him too, very nice. So it's all about the timing for blocking and choosing which attack to use. Although, honestly, because of the simplicity of the blocking system, there's not really a lot of point in using lots of different attack types, because really they all do the same thing. So you may just want to use, you know, the same attack to hit with. Ouch! That really hurt. But yeah, you may want to stick with like just a horizontal attack or a vertical attack. Ow! This one didn't have that much range. I also sort of blocked that, but okay. Mainly because the blocking is so simplistic. That doesn't mean it's easy, but it is simplistic. That you can block pretty much any attack with the same thing. Did I just kill him? I did. Good. He's throwing knives at me, little bastard. Killed him too. Block him and kill him. See if we can... I swear I blocked that. Ow, there's someone attacking me from behind. And he's dead. And now I'm dead. Alright, well that was a nice little run there. Now, there are combo attacks, which I've mentioned, but I haven't really demonstrated. Well, I've done a few, but you probably haven't noticed. A combo attack is basically when you attack in the middle of a swing, like that. And that guy's like, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm on fire. Someone threw fire at me. Who threw fire at me? I have no idea. Someone stabbed me there, but I just didn't see him. But yeah, you can throw boiling pots on people, which basically set them on fire, which is what that was. And that's a man-at-arms weapon. But of course I don't have access to that because I'm a Vanguard, not a man-at-arms. Let's see if we can attack him from behind. I killed both of them in one swing, that's nice. Ow. Ah! I didn't see that attack coming. Let's use the axe for a while, why not? Of course it is much shorter than my other weapon. And taking on a guy with a pike with a short weapon is probably not a good idea. Mainly because they just back away and you can't actually hit them. Anyway, let's see if we can have better luck this time. That didn't work out so well. That did. Oh, I'm going to chop his head off. Yeah, that was never going to end up well. So, as you can see, it's fairly repetitive as well. I mean, it's fun, but it does basically feel like the same fight over and over again. Okay, could have sworn I blocked that. Alright, whoa, where did you come from? Smutsy. Yes, you kind of came from nowhere. He may have spawned behind me. Let's actually use the throwing axes. Are you going to come across here? Yeah. There we go, I blocked that. Got blocked by the wall. Didn't block that though, did you? Right, there's a guy over here. Let's go over here and kill this guy, or try to anyway. He's got a halberd, and that was the charge attack right there. The Vanguard has an attack where if you sprint for long enough, you can charge up an attack to hit when you stop charging. He was in front behind me right then, but he didn't. Let's see if we can pull off a kick right here. We couldn't. Yeah, I don't like shielders in this game, mainly because it's so easy to block with a shield. You just have to hold down block, whereas anyone else has to actually tap and time it. But yeah, I saw you coming. Yes, I did. I very much saw you coming. Oh, I only just missed you though. First one, I blocked that as well, but okay. Someone's an archer. I heard a missile flying past. It's really hard to actually get that attack right. Pretty sure I just got stabbed from behind. Yeah, the Brandistock by the icon. Yeah, this guy stabbed me with a Brandistock from behind. That's basically what polearms are really good at, just getting in behind you. I think I hit that guy, but I don't think I killed him. Arms. Ouch. That was a Morning Star he just smashed me with. Now, I'm by no means the best at this game. I mean, I'm half decent, I think, but certainly not the best. Hello. There's a guy. I'm apparently stabbed in the back right there. And I stole your kill because I could. There's people everywhere. Don't know who to block. That's the problem with getting surrounded when you've got a non-shielded character. You can only block one direction at once, and even though the blocks are simplistic, they're not that simple. There we go. So I blocked him and then I overheaded him, which is the most powerful attack. The thrust attack is the longest attack. And also usually the quickest. Ow. But it's also one of the most difficult ones to hit. Basically, the horizontal attack is the easiest to hit. The thrust is slightly harder, and the overhead is the hardest one. But they do damage accordingly. There's someone behind me right then. Which is why I swung. Damn it! Leave me alone. There was nothing behind me. I think it's conspiracy against me. So, got a lot of shielders down here. Shielders and polearmors, and that guy's got a boiling pot. There you go. That's the one that sets people on fire. Do you really have to come from behind like that? I don't like when people do that. Ow. Gotcha. Right, are you going to throw that? No, he's just going to smash me with it. I thought it was a throwing axe he had equipped there, but apparently not. Apparently some guy needs some montage music. Well, even lucky had a montage. So yeah, it's I get very much instinctual when I do this. I mean, I've played it for a little while, so like 4 or 5 days. So I sort of have an idea what I'm doing, but it can be. Ow! I just got shot and then stabbed immediately. I can see my corpse. Oh, okay, respawn too quickly. Did I get that kill? I did. Ow. Pause for a moment before attacking. He backed off just too far for me to kick. But yeah, I took that guy out right there. So that was good enough for that. Let's see if we can sneak up. No, that guy's already dead. Right, killed that other guy. Ow! Yeah, I got stabbed with that branding stock again. Those pikes are pretty brutal. Let's switch weapons here. Let's use the branding stock ourselves. Because it is a fun weapon to use, the polearm. So we'll use that for the last 20 seconds, okay? That's if I even spawn. Oh yeah, here we go. Right, let's see if we can get a kill with it before time runs out. He's dead. There's a guy over here. It's a crossbowman. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't swing when you tell it to. So we got 18 for 20. That was not exactly brilliant, but you know, we're above halfway in the table, so I suppose that's acceptable. Should really have done a lot better than that, but never mind. Especially considering our 28 ping. But oh well, that was fun, and that was Chivalry. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I will be back with more, I think, again, and not have to worry too much. So this is a purely multiplayer game, so I'm going to go ahead and join a server. Let's see if it will. Okay, it really annoys me how when I hit scroll lock it puts up that fucking thing. It's meant to be this thing, but it's not. It's like a short version. It's annoying. Anyway, not so big. It's very much a game you can pick up and play, and drop it again, and then come back to later and still be almost as good. So it's good for more casual gamers and for us hardcore guys who like to let loose every now and then. It's sort of like Mount and Blade, but a little bit more simplistic in its controls and a bit better in the graphics. So it's kind of a nice sort of balance between the two. The gameplay, of course, is not as complicated as Mount and Blade. The blocking and attack system is a lot more simplified, but I think it works for it because it becomes sort of it becomes more casual than Mount and Blade. Because Mount and Blade, of course, has a huge learning curve. Well, it's easy to learn how to play it, but to get really good, sort of multiplayer-wise, there's a huge learning curve. Whereas Chivalry is not. Hey there, and welcome to a new game. This is Chivalry, as you can see, Medieval Warfare. This is a pretty new game. It came out like last week or something, and I was gifted it by a guy named Sting. So thanks, Sting. I've been playing this game, and I really enjoy it. Actually, it's